Take it to trial. Take it to trial. Welcome in, grab a seat, hit the like and subscribe. Cause Sweet Peas on the mic with that spicy little vibe. Got the courtroom streaming in the chat, going wild. We're debating heavy topics, but still laughing like a child. From objections to confessions to the judge's side eye. If it's justice and it's messy, we gon' talk about why. Every day's a new case, every moment's a ride. And when Sweet Peas in the building, we be learning with pride. My eyes on deck, keep the room running smooth. Film freak therapist, you know, keeping everyone in the groove. Like to with the facts, pretty brown girl with the sass. Moreldia and Fowler keep the peace in the chat. But Jason walks in and the ladies collapse. Chocolate, take it to trial, where the truth gets loud and the laughs run wild. Sweet Peas got the spice, she's the queen of the aisle. Chat fam rolling deep, we've been here a while. Lights on, mics up, we gon' do this right. Take it to trial, every day, every night. Take it to trial. Morning shows are sharp, afternoon is on fire. And we catch every moment that the court might inspire. From witnesses whispering, the lawyers trying to hard. You know Sweet Pea breaks it down like a legal tarot card. Chats cracking jokes, dropping theories on the fly. We're serious when it counts, but we still testify. Minds hold it down when the trolls try to play. If you're out of line, court adjourned for the day. But when Jason logs in with that deep hello sound, the ladies in the chat, man, they all fall down. Take it, 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 take it to trial, where the truth gets loud and the laughs run wild. Sweet Peas got the spice, she's the queen of the aisle. Chat fam rolling deep, we've been here a while. Lights on, mics up, we gon' do this right. Take it to trial, every day, every night. Take it to trial. When the sun goes down and the cases get deep, after dark gets spicy, no secrets to keep. Taboo topics, big laugh, slap, happy crew. Sweet Pea says behave, but we never really do. It's opinions, confessions, stories untold, but we handle it with heart like the chat made of gold. Hey! Take it to trial, from day to night and every wild mile. Sweet Peas nearly strong with her trademark style, and the fam in the chat always makes it worthwhile. Turn it up, show some love, hit the like on sight. Take it to trial, yeah, we live tonight. Take it to trial, yeah, we live tonight. Take it to trial. Yeah, yeah. Junkie on the freeway, white claw in the brakes. 2 hours there, 2 back, still typing with ease. LA lanes locked, but she don't slow down. Show up every time, yeah, she runs this town. Sitting in the traffic, but she locked in chat. If Sweet Pea goes live, yeah, she's right on that. From the 405 to wherever we at. Junkie pulling up like y'all good, I'm back. Different time zones, same front row seats. No matter where we are, we all meet in the fleet. We the Californians rolling deep on line. 4 corners, 1 crew, yeah, the vibes align. From the coast to the chat, yeah, we show up right. If you lost downstream, we gon' guide you like Californians. Yeah, we stay in the mix. 4 names, 1 flame, you can't remix this.
SD rolling with the sunset glow. West Coast haze where the good vibes flow. Little bit lifted, yeah, she stays serene. Ocean breeze mixed with the evergreen. Late to the stream, but she still gon' slide. Panel opens up, she already inside. Hold up, I'm here, yeah, she dropping bars. Calm, cool energy, no matter how far.
She got that FOMO, scrolling every stream. Little lost downstream, but she part of the team. New to the crew, but she locked in fast. Super chats flying, yeah, she built to last. Wait, where we at? But we got her back. Pointed to the right stream, never off track. Now she vibing with us, no need to roam. Anywhere we at, yes, Susie home.
Shamrock, yeah, Shamrock checking in from across the map. Different time zone, but she bridging the gap. Y'all good every time, yeah, she mean that. Heart so big you can't teach that. Algorithm running, she keep it alive. Dropping love in the chat, keep the whole thing thrive. Quiet power, steady hand in the dark. Every stream glowing, got a Shamrock spark.
Yeah. Junkie, 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 junkie,
Susie, Shamrock, Shamrock.
junkie. show up every stream, yeah, we never think twice. From the traffic jams to the ocean tide, from the lost links to the worldwide ride, Californians, yeah, 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 we stay in the mix, 4 names, 1 flame, can't remix this. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, Californians, Californians, yes.
Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Hello, 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 hello. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their Mother's Day. If you're a mom out here, bonus mom, grandma, stepmom, mom, I don't know, any type of mom, I guess, right? God mom. Like I used to be a god mommy. I got a couple god babies. God mom, whatever you might be, whatever type of mom you are, bonus mom. We got plenty of mom titles. I tell you, and it don't matter. Mother's Day, I don't know. I think it's almost like, I think every day need to be Mother's Day and Father's Day, but you know, that's just me. Because I don't even know how you take off for Mother's Day. Like, I still have to work for Mother's Day. All right, I guess until they get grown. Once they get grown, that they can do some stuff for y'all. Oh, look at this. My perfume. I sprayed it and it's on my shirt. Oh, well. It'll live. It will live. Yes, happy Mommy's Day, right? Let's see who we got up in the house. You know what? It's so funny. I went on StreamYard today and I was trying to get everything updated and put together for the stream today. And of course, I go in there and it's talk about it has a lot of traffic. And so I'm like, thinking to myself, well, what do it mean it got a lot of traffic? Like they trying to figure out a way to accommodate the traffic. It's Mother's Day. Like nobody is streaming that much on StreamYard today. Like, what is that about? And it's talking about keep refreshing. So I sat up here for like 20 minutes trying to refresh the thing. And I'm like, okay, well, I might need to come back later and I might need to just schedule it for later because I don't want to have no issues. I don't know what that's about, but you know what? I don't know. I don't know how to explain that crap. I don't know what happened. It's the weirdest thing. It's the first time I've ever seen it, but I really hope, I'm glad that it's up. I hope that we can survive the stream. I won't keep y'all here forever today, but we're going to get into some stuff that we need to take care of, you know, before our trial tomorrow. Let me go ahead and let's start with our welcomes. I hope some people answer this question. I see Susie did. Susie say, you know, it's going to be the text message. Hello, Susie. Happy Mommy's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Hey, SD. Happy Mother's Day. I know most of y'all. Okay. Just happy Mother's Day in general because I'll be running around here saying it to everybody individually. Hey, Merelda, good evening. I know it's evening. Hey, Martina. She says seduced and abandoned. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Hey, Ruth. Hey, Kat. How are you? Oh, yeah. I seen that you were streaming some stuff on emotions earlier. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is going to be something else. Hey, Kristen. Welcome over. She's here on Cat's channel. Shout out. Y'all know that's my girl. Y'all know I love me some Cat. It's so funny because I reached out. Y'all know yesterday we was having this big debate this in the chat. And I reached out to Lisa in the Florida Defense group and team. And she emailed me back, y'all. And she was gonna come on stream yesterday. And I didn't think she was gonna respond that quickly. So shout out to Lisa because she was ready. She was like, look, I'm on my way to such and such place, but I'll pull over in a minute. But by the time I got the message, I talked about it at the end of the stream, and I had emailed her at the end of the stream to kind of get us set up for today, to see if she can come on today. So maybe we see her in the chat, maybe we won't. Either way, I will get the answers because she'll answer the questions. However, even when we get in there tomorrow. So we still have tomorrow to get those questions answered. So we don't have those pop-outs. But yeah, she definitely willing to answer the question for us. So that'll be exciting if we see her in the chat or if she comes on the live feed. But she did respond, so we can get those answers to our questions. Hey, Claire. Hey, Wayne. How are you? Let's see here. I'm just going down the list and making sure I try to get everybody. Hey, Martina. Not sure if I got you yet. Yes, I got you, Martina. What's up, lady? Hey, Christine. Hey, Adventure. How are you? Hey, Perk Vibes. How are you? I want to make it purple. Hey, Billy. You up, huh? This your time, right? No, you up. Wow. You love my shirt. Thank you. Sometimes I may be one to accidentally roll my eyes, right? My shirt just gonna say it for me. That is what's up. What's up? Wow. Oh, wow. Hey, Kent. Okay, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Wait a minute. You say you got the same thing? I don't think I had any issues at the start. Okay, cool. Because I'm like, what? I've never seen this. What is this about? And I kept refreshing. It kept telling me no, it was doing me dirty. So wait a minute, y'all. So y'all know we just had our guilty verdicts, right? Now, this is what I want to ask y'all. I'm going to share this with y'all because y'all know I follow Foolio's mom. And it's so funny because I was looking at her page. I don't know if it was yesterday. I think it was today. I was looking at it today. And I wanted to share this with y'all before I get into our actual thing. I won't play the music, but I wanted to know what y'all thoughts are in regards to this. Now, this is after the guilty verdict came down. So this is his mom. She got a song playing in the background. Of course, I can't play the song. The song that she got playing is Get Back. She got her Don Foolio. Well, no, she got it all, and you see. So she like trolling them. I don't even know if it's trolling them. I guess it's just kind of expressing her feelings that she getting, justice for her son, right? But I thought that was funny. I thought good. That's exactly, they should show it to them in jail. Because they just getting a mockery made out of themselves now, right? That's what I was thinking when I seen it. But y'all know how I am. But I thought that was, I thought, I'm glad I'm a repost it for her. Yes. You say that finger. She didn't use her finger. She used a nice little gold one, the drill finger. Now I don't know what all the other stuff is about in there, in her thing. Well, we know we got the liquor. The Don Julio, like you can't be right unless you do the Don Julio, and it say justice for Foolio. And the Get Back song that she got, like, I don't know, is by, I don't know why, I think Y2B Fat. I don't know, but I didn't really listen to the lyrics of the song, but Yeah, there you go. You say so much grace. Yeah, I guess, I mean, you got to do what you, I mean, whatever, I guess whatever makes you, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if it's comfortable with the situation, but I don't know how with them thinking that they were going to be able to get off on that or what they thought, but yeah. Okay, so yesterday, let's get into this because I don't want to keep everybody too long here. So we remember we are in a motion battle, like a rap drill battle. We are in a motion battle. Today is round 2. Okay, but the good thing about this motion battle, these battles between the state and the defense, nobody should be unalive in this process. It should not go any further than motions being held in the court. Okay, all right, cool, got it. So today we're going to be diving in directly into the official response that the state did to the defense after they requested a new trial and a judgment of acquittal and a reconsideration of several major rulings made during the trial. Yesterday, we did watch the entire testimony of Alicia. We also watched the testimony of her best friend's text messages between Alicia and her coming in, which was a big issue in the defense's motion. Now, if you watch round 1, then you already know that the defense came out swinging, like arguing, like, look, Judge Michelle Cisco's rulings were unfair, arguing Alicia Andrews did not receive a fair trial, and they were arguing key evidence should have never come in front of the jury. Speaking of those text messages, right? Foolio should die. Foolio is an ugly ass bitch. That stuff. Okay. So now we're about to hear the other side of this case. And it's kind of funny because, when they bring these cases and these charges, it's usually the state that presents the charges, right? And then we have the defense that has to, come into court and then prove. And I know everybody want to say people are innocent until proven guilty, but I don't know. If the state gets to bring up their case before, it almost sounds like you're guilty and you got to prove yourself innocent. Okay? All right. So the state is basically saying, just the overall thing before we get into it, that she did receive a fair trial. All the rulings were correct. And the defense is trying to get another bite at the apple after losing in court. And honestly, pages 6 through 15 of this filing that we're going to look through that's kind of where things get really intense and where they get into like the meat of what's going on. And they directly attack that the defense use of that domestic violence that we listened to the entire time. And I pulled out some snippets. We're not going to watch her entire testimony again today, but I did pull out some snippets and some things that I definitely think that I want to see what y'all think about it regarding to what the prosecution team is claiming in this, because I mean, 2 things can be true, right? I mean, she could have been in I guess, afraid of him at certain times and not afraid of him at different times. I mean, and if y'all recall, when we listened to those text messages, like she sounded like a gangster, like she was telling him, you gonna talk to me. Like, I don't know. Can you be a victim of domestic violence and still be able to verbally be aggressive as she was? I don't know. Put a 1 in the chat. I don't know. Can you? Thank goodness. I haven't experienced that, and I don't know anybody who has like personally told me their story in regards to that. Pretty sure I know some people have been through DV in my life, but I mean, can you be a person that is in a DV situation, and in that situation, you as the victim can be very aggressive with verbally? Can both of those things be true? And one thing, put a 1 in the chat if that can happen, because if you know anything or if you think that's possible. Okay, Claire says yes. So you say it. So if somebody is Okay. So it can go both ways. Okay. See, I didn't know. I was like thinking to myself when I heard it, like, if somebody, if I was getting DV, boom, 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 I'm probably not saying anything aggressive towards you. I'm probably gonna be like, yes, yes, sir, yes. But and I think that's what the state is arguing. They're like, well, no, she wasn't scared of him because look how she talked back to him. Basically, like she was talking back to him aggressively. Like she has some gangsta up in her too. Like, well, what are you talking about? That's what the state is kind of saying. You say you, oh no, I'm sorry, Marilda. You say not in person, but yes on text. Oh, okay. Christy said that too. Welcome in, Christy. Okay. Okay. Some people call it reverse psychology. Okay. Okay. All right. And you learn something new every day. So what the prosecutors are directly trying to attack is that the defense use of the DV evidence involving Isaiah Chance. They argue that the defense is trying to use this as a sympathy instead of actual legal relevance. While the defense says it was all about Alicia's state of mind and intent. So we're just going to get into whether they show, whether the jury show kind of like the mercy for with his manslaughter, right? Because a lot of people are questioning. Well, the jury didn't convict her of the highest charges, right? So did they just say, hey, we know she had something involved, so we're gonna give her the lesser of what's on here, and kind of like, and some people, I done heard some people over there like split the baby, like split it up. So we're gonna see about that. In the text messages that prosecutors say that damaged her credibility. Remember, they went through those text messages yesterday. That when she was texting Isaiah Chance, like, hey, look, you gonna talk to me either way because I'm prego. Like, we gonna be in each other like this. This is what we gonna do. What the fuck? What the fuck? Like what? So we gonna look at some of that stuff and in regards to this actual motion. So this is the state responding. They had until April the 3rd, 2026 to respond. Oh, and of course they responded in time. They responded at 6:25 p.m. as we can all see here. They didn't wait till 11:50. They didn't wait till 11:59 and 30 seconds. They didn't do any of those things. They responded at a good, like, I don't know. The defense, they be like responding at the last dang on minute. Jeremy, like, you got me working day and night. So let's see here. So let's get into this. Okay, so the state's response to the defendant's motion to reconsider previous pretrial and trial rulings and second amended motion for judgment of acquittal notwithstanding the verdict and or motion for a new trial. They said, no, we don't want to give you no new trial. New trial for what? We don't care what. No. So the defendant was indicted on the 15th day of August 2024 for first degree premeditated redrum of Charles Jones and conspiracy to commit first degree premeditated murder of Charles Jones. The defendant was charged as a principal along with her co-defendants, Isaiah Chance, that Sean Crybaby. I started calling him Sean Crybaby. Boy. I don't know why he thought he was about that life. He is so not about that life. He couldn't even stand strong. I'm telling you guys, on a side note, if that boy get DP, I'm scared he might collapse up in that joint. If they tell him he gonna be sentenced, could y'all imagine what that shit gonna be like? He probably gonna pass all the way. He just gonna faint. Oh God, y'all get ready for it. Y'all get ready for it. And I wouldn't be surprised if Davion Murphy jump over the table. I mean, shit. Hey, you might as well show it all at that point. Okay. Okay. Yeah, trying to be a gangster out here in these streets. Like, just a side note, but we'll get into that. We'll see some of that tomorrow when we get into court. But So, in addition, her co-defendants, Gaffright, R. Murphy, and D. Murphy, were charged with 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder and counts 3, 4, and 5. And Gaffright was charged with 1 count of tampering with evidence and count 6. So, they like, look, you know, she was charged just like she was there. She was charged just like she got on. She was doing the. Hey, they charged her the same way. The state filed its motion for a pretrial ruling regarding the admissibility of the evidence on December the 6th, 2024. The state's motion requested a pretrial ruling regarding the admissibility of the co-defendants, their affiliation, their gang affiliation, right? And a historical rival gang war evidence as it was inextricably intertwined evidence and evidence of a motive and conspiracy to commit redrum. Now, the defendant filed several motions, including defendant's motion to preclude the use of guilt by association. Now, the defendant's motion and objection to exclude Williams rule evidence, collateral crime evidence, and inextricably intertwined. It sounds so intertwinably. The fuck? Evidence. So these motions was heard on the 19th day of December 2024. See Exhibit 1, the transcript of the proceeding. December 19th, 2024. See also State Exhibit number 2, docket sheet. So the state, you know, I bet you they have, I bet you we watched that hearing too. December 19th, 2024. I'm pretty sure no. Y'all couldn't have watched that hearing with me because I wasn't streaming in, but I'm pretty sure it was out there. So it says the state filed a motion in lemonade, lime, whatever you want to call it. Lemonade, it's lemonade, okay? Regarding prior instances of domestic violence between the defendant and Isaiah Charge, and the motion to strike defense witness Jewel Jordan. Remember, Jewel Jordan is the friend that actually got on the stand, I believe, and Jakayla Robinson on the 12th day of August 2025. The motion was heard on the 13th day of August 2025. See State Exhibit 3, transcript of proceedings, August 13th, 2025. Let's see here. Let me see what they got on these. If they attach the exhibits. Let me see if I see him. Y'all know I don't be looking at this stuff. I'm so silly. I be like, I'm going over this stuff. I don't even look at it. I don't look at it till when I go over it with you guys, because if I look at it before the end, then I'll skip over stuff because I looked at it and I seen it. Oh, so they must have. Okay, so they didn't put it in here. I don't see it in here. Because sometimes they'll attach the exhibits that they're talking about. Yeah, I don't see that in here, but that's okay. No harm, no foul. Okay, so let's see here. The defendant's trial, it started on October the 20th, 2025 in front of Honorable Judge Michelle Cisco. Y'all notice the difference? The defense don't call her honorable at all. They just say judge. Shoot, and if you get like where you like in the YSL, they just call him Glanville. Shit, you know, they was like, they ain't even gonna call him judge, honorable. They just gonna call him Glanville. Mr. Glanville. Anywho, after a 2-week-long trial, the defendant moved to disqualify the trial judge before closing arguments were to begin on October the 31st, 2025. The trial court denied the defendant's motion to disqualify the presiding judge, and the case proceeded to verdict. Well, you know, she made the decision not disqualify herself. Y'all know that. Y'all do understand that when an attorney wants to have a judge disqualified, the person that makes the decision if they should be disqualified or not is the judge. Like, that is the stupidest thing I have ever seen. Like, if you ever ask me to take myself off YouTube or some streaming, I am going to deny you. Like, no, I'm not. No. I shall not do that. But I guess they believe that judges are, capable of doing this. I done seen some judges do it. Judge Glanville did after a period of time. I think he did it. That was the only judge I really seen do it, but maybe not. But let's see here. So she denied, Judge Cisco denied being taken off the case. The jury convicted the defendant of the lesser included offense of manslaughter on count 1 and found the defendant not guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder on count 2. So the defendant filed a petition for writ of prohibition for the Second District Court appeal. Okay, and that's when they sent it over December the 4th in regards to, and then on January the 27th, their motion to disqualify deemed legally sufficient. However, the Second District Court of Appeals did not make any findings of fact to the veracity or the legitimacy of the basis of the defendant's motion to disqualify the trial court. Okay. So their whole thing right here is that they saying, we went through 2 weeks of trial. She was convicted, signed, sealed, delivered. The defense waited to the last day of trial to decide to seek disqualification. Now, is it, when we were going through the trial, I think that sometimes I was like, that may be strategy, right? Because it was different points in time. I'm like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't understand what is going on with this case. Like, I didn't understand their strategy. Like, I'm like, okay, this judge is basically being really, really, really mean. Like, I just thought of it as mean to the defense team the entire time. Like, darn, she mean. She mean as fuck. Like, she mean. Like, she ain't gonna let them get nothing in. They can't say not one word. And I was like, when I seen that they asked to disqualify her on the last day, I said, well, maybe that was part of their strategy. So do you think that, put a 1 in the chat, do you think that the defense waited too long to raise these concerns about the judge? Because remember, this was right before closing arguments that day when they decided to ask the judge to step down. And I think it was right before she took, I can't remember if it was right before she took the stand. It might have been right before she took the stand also. So yeah, I'm just curious of what your thoughts are. Put a 1 in the chat. Do you think, did the defense wait too long to raise these concerns? Put a 1 in the chat if you think they did. Nah, Martina, they submitted the motion to disqualify her on the last day of trial, like right before closing arguments began. Okay. Christian said, no, she was mean. She was mean. Oh, she was mean. I said she really toned it down for this trial. Well, it didn't matter when they raised it, right? She would have denied it. Yeah, she would have denied it either way. Yeah, she would have denied it either way. Yes, she was very, very mean. She was a firecracker. I don't know how these things work. Yeah, I said all she needed to have a picture of was our boy O'Neal right there. And she probably would have settled down because she didn't do that stuff to O'Neal. He was representing himself. He got to get in the courtroom and yell to the top of his lungs and slam books down and stuff. Maybe that's what type of attention they should have been giving her. I don't know if they had the basis to submit before. I just thought that she was so biased after she got on that attorney. If y'all don't recall, let me see if I can show y'all. I don't know. She was just mean. I don't know. Let me see if I can show y'all. Let me see if I can get it up. She did a lot of stuff that was just ew. Like, lady, what is wrong with you? Let me see if I can find it. So while I'm finding that, let me I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading on, and hopefully I can find that clip to show y'all, because that'll just sum it up in one whole little swoop about how Miss Cisco. Let me see. She was. I think I found it. Wait a minute. Let me show y'all. Wait a minute. I mean, I just thought that she did so much. Oh, dang, I thought I had it. That's okay. Okay. I'll see if I can find it when I show y'all this other clip. So y'all can see, like, I got it like summarized with all the little moments because I kind of like clipped them. And yeah, she was, I don't know. I was like, God, she the judge. She the jury, she the prosecutor, she the defense, she all of them. When she was making objections from the bench, I was like, dang. Oh man. He was like, Jeremy was like, the prosecutor didn't object. She was like, well, she should have. I was like, dang. She cold-blooded up there. You know, I ain't getting that off of her. Just said no. I'll find it for you guys. Okay. So let's get back into this motion. Okay, so defendant's motion to reconsider the previous pretrial and trial rulings. Now, Florida rules of general practice and judicial administration allow prior factual or legal rulings by a disqualified judge to be reconsidered based upon a motion filed within 30 days of the order of disqualification. However, the purpose of the successor judge's reconsideration of the disqualified judge rulings is to remove the taint of prejudice where rulings might be perceived as so tainted. It should not be used merely to obtain a second bite of the apple. Oh, they said, oh, you don't get a second bite of this apple. Why not? Some people like to eat the whole apple. Shit. I mean, sometimes you bite the apple and the apple good, and you just want to keep biting the apple till you get down to the core. I don't know about that. With respect to the prior judicial rulings. So they was like, you just don't get a second bite of this apple just because the appeals court said that the motion was legally sufficient to pull her off. Like, the defense never objected for months. Okay. All this time we were going through this stuff. So my question to you guys is, as we're going through and we're listening to this portion, as I'm telling y'all about this portion and what the state is responding, and I'll put it, let me put this in here. I'm going to make it a poll question for y'all. I think y'all like poll. Y'all like poll questions, right? I'm going to make it a poll question. Yeah. Let me put this in here. So, okay. So I guess my question would be is, do y'all think the defense is genuinely seeking justice, or do they just want to retry this case after losing it? I mean, when I say genuinely seeking justice, as if she not guilty and that's why they are, really doing this, or are they just retrying this case to get another bite at the apple, like the state is accusing them of? Or are you unsure? I'm just curious to what your thoughts are. Okay. It says, okay, and this one is this. Okay, so then they cite some court filings, some other cases. Likewise, in the current case, the defendant has failed to demonstrate how any of the prior judicial rulings were incorrect and fails both requirements laid out. So, and that's citing this case up here. First, the defendant has failed to establish that prior judicial rulings were tainted by judicial prejudice. Secondly, the defendant has failed to demonstrate any improper ruling or mistaken interpretation of the law made by Judge Sisko. They dropped the honorable. Y'all got to get your honorable back in the pretrial rulings and trial rulings. To the contrary, Judge Sisko ruling were lawful and correct. So they basically saying, it was correct. We don't know what you talk about. As to the defendant's request for reconsideration of the pretrial motion in limine, which were heard and decided well before the defendant's motion to disqualify the presiding judge was filed on October the 31st, 2025, the defendant fails to meet both requirements laid out. The state filed a motion for pretrial ruling regarding the admissibility of evidence on December the 6th, 2024. The state's motion specifically regarded the admissibility of the co-defendants, Chance, Crybaby, Sean, Crybaby, oh man, R. Murphy and D. Murphy, gang affiliation and historical rival gang war evidence. The defendant was charged as a principal along with the co-defendants for the first degree premeditated murder and conspiracy to commit first degree premeditated murder. So the defendant filed related motions to this issue. Okay. So they saying, let's see. There was no bias. Do y'all think the gang stuff should have came in, considering that she was not part of a gang or anything like that? That's one of my questions. Okay, let me show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all what they talking about when we talking about this gang stuff. Yeah, so they saying that, the defense motion for reconsideration, because you remember they saying that this gang stuff shouldn't have came in, and that's part of their issue. And that's why they want the case to be reconsidered. And the state is basically saying, no, it doesn't meet that. And the start of trial, the defense moved in limine to preclude the state from introducing evidence of years-long Jacksonville gang war, rap music videos, and various uncharged crimes that the state sought to introduce. The defendant fails to demonstrate how Judge Sisko made an improper ruling or ruling based upon a mistaken interpretation of the law. The defendant fails to support his claims with any facts, case law, or legal authority. The state's motion for pretrial ruling regarding the admissibility of evidence regarding the co-defendant's gang affiliation and historical rival gang war evidence and the defendant's related motions. Now, I remember them going to court and Alicia Andrews' defense team fighting because she wasn't part of a gang. And even when they talked about it afterwards, when he was in when they were doing their closing arguments, I remember Jeremy kind of like her defense team getting up there and saying, look, even the state's own witness got up here on the stand and stated that Alicia Andrews is not part of a gang. So why did the gang information even come into the case? Like, why was that even brought in? And when they're talking about it, they're talking about this portion here. I'm gonna show it to you guys because I don't know if this should. It seemed like this would create some issues in my mind. Hearing this evidence in a trial for
music videos that are created by these groups posted.
They were posted on their social.
Yes, that's the same detective, guys, from this trial. His hair is just all over the place now at this point in time. Susie, this is him. It's still him. He's still here. This is just him then. So I wanted to pull up a little bit of this testimony so y'all can hear, because this is what they're fighting about. I don't think that this should, I don't know if this should have came in, but I guess because she's not part of it. And it's not like the other 4 boys, the other guys, her co-defendants are on trial with her. She doesn't have a gang charge, right? She doesn't have that enhancement or anything on there. Yeah, he don't have that now. So this is what I don't understand. I don't know if this should have came in. Let's take a listen.
Media accounts and YouTube.
What social media accounts are included in the accounts that are posted to?
Like you saying, like the name, like Instagram. They go on Instagram, and sometimes they go on X, which was formerly known as Twitter.
As it relates to ATK specifically, Ace's top killers with a face of Ace, is he the most influential or most followed person from that group?
Yes.
How is it that you're able to determine that he then becomes the most prominent member? What are you observing to make that determination?
It seems that based on the investigation was that everybody seems to follow him where he's at. There's usually a bunch of people. He has the most
objection, not
followers.
speculation. Overall, go ahead.
He has the most followers on social media on his accounts, and he gets the most views on his videos on YouTube.
Now, multiple members from these groups post or have music careers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How is it that you're able to determine a view count or a popularity count when you're looking at these YouTube videos or videos posted to YouTube?
On YouTube, when you watch the video, it'll tell you how many people have viewed it below the video.
And are those videos something open to the public and viewable to the public?
Yes, ma'am.
How about the social media profiles of the members of ATK?
Most of them are public. There are some of them who have private profiles, but for this right now, Ace's profile is public.
As it relates to 6 Block, do you do the same thing? Despite not being directly assigned to that group, are you following that group closely?
I do follow them, but not as close as other members of our unit.
Specifically.
So listening to this so far, does any of this, is there any reason that he's here testifying regarding this? Like, he's not going to show any, at least from what I can recall, I don't think he's going to be showing any photos or anything of her, which I just find weird. Like, I think that it just kind of puts things in the juror's mind that she was like a gangbanger, and we know he testifies that she's not.
Do you know who the members of 6 Block are?
Not all of them, but I could name off a few of them.
By a few, what's that number?
Maybe like 3 to 5.
Okay. And have you had an opportunity to meet with and discuss the developments that the person that is assigned to the 6 Block group would have had in his investigations?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the name of that individual that's assigned to 6 Block?
His name is Detective McCullough.
As it relates to 1200 and that group, who is assigned to 1200?
Detective Griffin.
Day to day when there are developments, so say that a crime is reported, do you all work independently or together in order to ascertain what the issues are currently between the groups?
We would work together.
In ultimately identifying the members of ATK as it relates to this case or the relevant members of this case, were you consulted by Detective Nieder in his creation of a chart?
Yes, myself, Detective Drabeck and I, and McCullough and Griffin all pitched in to make the chart.
Is it common that you all work together to develop cases, develop what's going on between the gangs with each other, et cetera?
Yes, ma'am. They
with these videos together.
Yes, of that nature. It's Charles Jones.
And I am showing you 84A through C. Please take a look and tell me if you recognize the items depicted there.
Yeah, these would be members and associates of each group, but it's not everybody. It's like a.
And as
I think he shows like these pictures.
prior speaking specifically to the music videos or drill raps released by Charles Jones.
I have.
Let's speak specifically about the evidence that you previously mentioned as the charts that were created by your unit. Shoulder, please, here.
Oh, here they go.
If you could look over your shoulder, please, here. I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 84C. Do you recognize that chart?
Yes, ma'am.
Are some of the more prominent members of the ATK group depicted in this chart?
Yes.
As it relates to the member.
You know, the wild thing about all of this, y'all see this chart that they have that they show, they didn't show nothing like this in the trial that we went into with the gangbangers there. Like, why didn't they show? They didn't show this in this last case, but they showed it in this case. Does it seem weird? Like, she wasn't even part of a gang, but they showed it in this case. It seems so backwards. You know, and then that's where you got Sean, you know, crying Sean. They got Isaiah up here. I don't think they have the Murphy boys on here at all. But why would they show this in this case but not show it in her case? Because they basically, you know, use the same evidence everywhere. But I digress. Okay, so let me take that off. And let me put back up our document that we were looking at. Okay, here we go. Let's go back into this document. So I don't think any of this gang affiliation and the historical evidence, I don't see that. Besides, I don't see why they brought that in. And the state is saying that the defendant was not charged herself as a gang member, but was charged as a principal along with her co-defendants, some of whom were gang members, including her boyfriend, her baby daddy, Isaiah Chance. And the court further limited the scope of the evidence from the gang war, which started in 2018 and earlier, to the date range of starting in August of 2023, when the gang member named Jaquan Pickens was killed, and included the prior attempted murder of the victim of Foolio, which was matched ballistically to the evidence recovered in this case. Yeah, I don't know what Sean Gaffray was thinking, keeping those shell casings, but yeah, there you go. After hearing from both sides, the court ruled, I'm granting the motion in part specifically as to the conduct that occurred in 2023 and the acts of violence between the parties, the rival gangs. So she says this is what the judge ruled, Judge Cisco, the first time. She's saying she finds that they both are inextricably intertwined. There were those I words putting together, whatever. Between the two, however, subject to, but it's without prejudice. So that's how that information got in there. I don't know if I really like gang stuff coming in for non-gang members. So I don't know if can jurors really separate getting that gang evidence in from emotional, like the emotional aspect of things, because if you affiliated with a gang, even if they trying to make it where, okay, she was not a gang member, but she hung out with gang members, it kind of like merges together when you're thinking about it all in one. So I don't know if that, I don't think that should have came in. But it's like they put all this stuff in there in order to assist with what they was trying to do. So now this is where we get into like the meat of it. Pages 6 through 15, what I can tell y'all. This is more in regards to the DV. That's a real big issue with them. When we're doing these rulings, when the judge was doing these rulings, this is a real big fight that the state is pushing back on. Like they took like literally like 6 pages. So as the judge in her ruling, the state's motion in limine regarding the prior instances of domestic violence between defendant Isaiah Chance and the motion to strike defense witnesses Jewel Jordan and Jacayla Robinson. The state filed a motion on the 12th day of August 2025. The motion was heard on the 13th day of August 2025. They provided the transcripts. The state filed the motions after taking the depositions of the defense witnesses, Jewel and Jacayla, both of whom testified to instances of prior domestic violence between the defendant and one of her co-defendants, Isaiah Chance. Both witnesses never witnessed any acts of DV. But were told after the fact of alleged incidents of the DV by the defendant. The state filed a motion based upon the grounds of relevance and impermissible hearsay. The state argued that any acts of DV against the defendant by another co-defendant was not relevant to any material fact at issue in the trial, as a duress is not recognized as a defense to, first degree premeditated murder and conspiracy. They saying I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. This was not a domestic violence case in which the defendant is claiming any sort of self-defense claim for unaliving her abuser. The defendant is seeking to admit incidents of domestic violence that occurred between her and another co-defendant. In the state's position, the evidence of the domestic violence between her and her baby daddy, that occurred months prior to these incidents. They don't care nothing about that stuff before the court. And they're not relevant to this first degree homicide or conspiracy to commit first degree homicide or an unrelated victim, but only used to elicit by the defense. They saying that the defense only wanted to use it to get some sympathy. I can see that play. I can see that happening. I can see what they're saying. So after the hearing on August the 13th, 2025, Judge Cisco granted the state's motion without prejudice, allowing the defense attorney to revisit the issue if he calls the defendant and it becomes relevant, simply requesting that the defense needs to talk about it before he gets into it. So Judge Cisco did not strike the defense witnesses, but reserved ruling on it. During the course of the jury trial, Judge Cisco did revisit this motion again on October the 20th of 2025 during jury selection outside of the presence of the panel, favorably ruling for the defendant, reversing her previous ruling to limited extent and allowed the defendant to present evidence of domestic violence under certain conditions. Okay, so that's how we got her in with her eye and her being able to testify. So I guess my question would be as to when I was talking to you guys and I was asking you about, can't 2 things be true? And I've seen a lot of people putting yeses in there in regards to, even if you in a physical DV situation, that with the reverse psychology, you would maybe say some stuff through text message, or the victim can lash out in different ways that they feel safe where they're not in front of that person's face. Did y'all get that or believe that when y'all were listening to Alicia Andrews on the stand? Or you didn't did you even get that kind of feeling or anything when you were listening to her yesterday? Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up for us so we can see it. I don't know if I got there with what she was saying, and I don't, especially not with her still, I mean, she's still in communication with him. I don't know. Y'all have to tell me. I'm gonna pull it up. Give me a second. Here we go. So we can be fresh, because I really want to kind of understand. So I know it can happen because y'all said it can happen, right? People that may have been in those situations. But I want to know from your perspective, when you listening to her, and I know it's kind of hard to judge because we don't know what she's really feeling or anything like that. What are y'all getting out of this when y'all hear her? We're not going to listen to her entire testimony. I can tell you that. So don't think that. But I want y'all to listen to it and tell me what y'all think of her presentation on the stand in regards to how she handled this DV. And I know different people work different ways, but it did not come across to me like this was something that was happening to me. Not downplaying. If she really, a victim of DV, then I feel bad, for anybody in those situations. But I don't know. Maybe y'all could tell me. Let's see.
He didn't like that.
In what ways was he controlling?
Like he would tell me what to post, what not to post, or if he didn't want me to take something down, or don't wear this, don't wear that, like little stuff like that.
And when he was having these controlling ways, would you listen to him?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, I didn't know no better at the time.
Other than just having controlling ways, did Isaiah Chance ever put his hands on you?
Yes.
How many times?
I wouldn't say I was counting, but it's been a few times.
Do you remember the first time that it happened?
Yes.
When was the first time that it happened?
Back in like 2021 at his house.
What happened in that situation?
We were arguing over the phone. Like he wanted my phone and I wouldn't give it to him. And that was the first time he ever like snatched it, and he ended up hitting me.
Hit you how?
With a closed fist. And I was kind of like just blocking myself and saying stop.
All right. Were you standing up? Were you on the ground?
I was on the bed, the edge of the bed.
All right. And how did it stop?
His mom came in. He was telling him like to back up off me, and he was like, "No, she good," and he closed the door.
All right. That was the first time?
Yes.
Did you have any bruises?
Yes.
What happened? Did you go home when you had the bruises?
No, he wouldn't let me go home.
Who would not let you go home?
Isaiah.
Why would he not let you go home?
I think it was because he didn't want my parents to see it, and he probably thought they would make a big deal, which they would.
So were you, I guess, hiding the bruise that you had?
At the time, yes.
Did you eventually go home?
Yes.
Did you tell anybody what happened?
Yes, my friend.
Who?
Jewel.
All right. Was there any other times that you can remember Isaiah Chance putting his hands on you?
It was a few more times after that. I don't remember the specific date, but I know it was around my birthday in 2024. And then it was another time in 2022. It was a few times.
All right. Did he ever, outside of your house and in the car, did he ever put his hands on you?
Yes.
Can you tell me about that situation?
Well, the one in the car was before we went to Tampa. It was a couple of days before that. Somebody called me, and I ended up telling him it was someone that he didn't want me to talk to, like one of my guy friends. And he assumed the guy liked me, so he got mad. And he came to my house, insisting that I come outside So, I mean, I go outside, I look in the car, I'm like, what? He said, get in the car. I said, for what? And then he gave me a look, so I got in the car.
When you got in the car, what happened?
He drove me to like a park, and then he stopped and he was like, let me see your phone. And I said, no. But he ended up grabbing it. He was telling me to.
So I'm stopping here because I just want to. Okay, y'all get the play. I hope y'all catching this play. Now we re-listening to this. This play is the, remember he always grabbing her phone, snatching her phone, tearing up her phone. The play she bringing in the play about this whole phone thing. Because remember, when Isaiah was taking her phone and they was out, she said she didn't know what he was doing. She wasn't gonna question about what he was doing. Because remember, in the past, according to what she's saying and what she's testifying to, when she's saying like he would take my, the last couple times he took my phone, it was all types of issues because I was talking to guys that he didn't want me talking to. I was doing this, whoop de whoop de whoop. He done broke my phone. He done did all these things. So when he took my phone, me and him had just got into it like a couple days before we went to Tampa. And I'm in the parking lot with him. So, is this trying to bring in the idea or give us some kind of reasoning behind why Chance was able to take her phone and she didn't know that Chance was taking a picture of Foolio up there on the thing? She didn't know that Chance was sending the location to Sean Gaffright. She didn't know these things. Is this the play? Y'all tell me.
Unlock it, and I wouldn't unlock it. And that's when he repeatedly hit me to unlock the phone.
How did he hit you?
Like on the side of my face. So I'm like, if I'm in the passenger seat, somebody hits you from the side, you're hitting the side of the seatbelt thing. It was like on the side. I don't know what they call that.
Where the seatbelt comes out of?
Yeah, like
where it retracts?
Yeah, my head was hitting on that.
All right. And how long did that last for?
I believe we were sitting there for like 20 minutes because I get frustrated and I just start kicking and hitting back, and then he told me to stop.
All right. After that, did you go back home?
Later on that day I did. Well, once we sit there for a minute, he ended up talking to me, apologizes, then we go out to eat.
All right. Was that his way of making up to you?
Yes.
All right. Did that happen more times than one?
Yes.
I'm going to show you something, and I want you to tell me if you recognize it. Do you recognize what you see?
Yes.
How do you recognize it?
It's me sending my friend a picture of
Well, just tell me how you recognize it. Don't tell me what it is.
Well, I see my face.
All right. And did you take these photographs?
Yes.
Right. Is it a fair and accurate depiction of the photograph you took?
Yes.
At this time, defense would move. What's Defense Exhibit 7 into evidence?
Any objection? No objection, Judge. Admitted.
I apologize, Judge. The computer is frozen.
I believe this is the time they're gonna show photos of her her bruises. I'm almost sure this is probably it.
All right. Miss Andrews, what is this a photograph of?
My face.
And why, what is on your face?
That's when he bruised my eye.
Who is he?
Isaiah.
Do you remember when this was, time frame?
I don't remember the exact date, but I recall sending her a picture though.
Who is her?
I think that's Jewel.
Now, why did you send this picture?
Because I was already telling her about the other incident. So when I sent it to her, I'm like I'm fed up, kind of like just telling her like, what do I do?
She look good as a.
All right. What is this photograph?
Of my eye that he bruised.
Exhibit
Same exhibit.
for the record, correct?
Yes, same
Are they
exhibit.
marked, are they different photos within one exhibit?
It's a composite exhibit,
So
yes.
do you have them identified for the record?
There'll be exhibit 7. It'll be A through D.
So what is this? You showed her A initially,
Well, the first one was D.
and what is this one?
This is going to be B.
None of them have.
Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead.
What is this a photo of?
Of my eye that he bruised.
Is this a separate incident or the same?
It's the same day.
All right. And why did you take another picture?
I was just showing her closely.
Showing 7A. What is this a photograph of?
One of my phones.
All right. What's
So my only problem with this stuff and him bringing in this evidence, I don't know if I missed it, guys, from the time that we've been listening to it, but he's asking her like, how long ago was this, or when did this happen? Do you know around? Like phones with photos and stuff, they typically have dates, right? This is like a photo of her taking a photo of her phone. Like, where's the dates and the time? Like, they should have that information, or am I missing it? I might be missing it because I can miss some stuff. So, did y'all hear anything in regards to that? So I think that, when we looking at this, the defense theory, it just kind of, I think the state is just kind of saying that they stuff becomes messy. Like she was scared versus she knew anything. And, in their legal form that we listened to yesterday, they're saying that they were never arguing about the rest. But if you're not arguing about the rest, then what other reason would there be to bring this in there? And I think maybe I guess the defense is saying maybe because they wanted to show her state of mind, why she wouldn't be looking at it, why she wouldn't be looking at her phone, why she wouldn't ask any questions. Is that what they're doing, or is it more of a sympathy thing? Would be what I think that's why they pushing back so much on them in regards to this. And would that kind of makes sense, right? Because you don't want it to gain her sympathy. And I think that's what it might have did when they put her on the stand showing those photos, right? But okay, so we listened to that part, but I'm gonna pull us forward. And in the beginning, I think the cross-examination from the state on her in regards to this was awesome. Like, I don't know how this works. And that's why I asked the question that I asked the chat earlier. Can two things exist at the same time? And what do y'all think about hearing how she say
what is the phone?
They came apart, they came in her world. Let me see.
About it from Charles Jones, right?
Yeah, I believe he went live or something.
Wait a minute.
These individuals?
I had to thought that marked. Wait a minute. I guess I didn't have it marked. I thought I had it marked.
You fi-
Let's see. It's when she had her reading these text messages. Wait a minute, because it was like, well, okay now. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I had it marked, but I guess I didn't.
of 1,200.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I think it was. Oh, maybe it's that one. I don't
Isn't
know.
that true, ma'am?
It's when she had her reading these text messages. I gotta find.
Was, right?
So when you referred to 23, yes, I knew of the person.
Knew that 23 is associated with Young and Ace. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, I knew that.
He has confided in you about more than one death that occurred in this gang war. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I don't know of more than one. Which one you referring to?
Oh, here we go.
So sometimes he's ended communication.
Stop him when he talks about the case, because I already keep him happy while I'm.
This is what I don't
Once you walk
understand.
away, it's not that easy.
You yourself know about it.
Yes, it was on the internet.
And law enforcement are informing you
I don't
that they are asking you about the death of Charles Jones in Tampa, right?
Yes.
And they are talking to you and they are mentioning that they know the beef between these two groups, right?
Yes.
And your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, is connected to many of the people who have died in this rival gang war.
Yeah, he's connected, not me. So,
But you know about it.
yes, I know.
And you lied to law enforcement and withheld all of that information, knowing that they are investigating another death in this rival gang war, right?
I mean, in the beginning, they told me to talk about what I want to talk about. I don't have to talk about what I don't want to talk about. And I didn't want to be in the middle of that. I don't know for sure of any of these deaths for real. I looked on the internet. I don't know, so I didn't answer it.
They read you your Miranda rights, right? They told you that before they read you your Miranda rights, right?
I don't know if it was before or not.
You didn't just watch this video?
Yeah, I don't remember if it was before though.
They read you your Miranda rights and told you you had the right to remain silent, that you were in the driver's seat, right?
Yes.
They also informed you you could have an attorney present with you if you wanted to, right?
Yes.
And you chose to speak with them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what I was there for, so I didn't have a problem speaking to them.
You didn't know what you were there for. They told you multiple times that you were there for the murder investigation of Charles Jones, right?
I'm saying as soon as it started, when I got arrested from my house, they said I had a warrant for resisting arrest. So that's what I was assuming I was going to jail for. I later ended up in a room with two guys. So I did sit there and talk.
Who told you what you were being questioned about?
Yeah, and I had no issue. I can answer the question.
And then multiple times in that interview, they were trying to impart to you the seriousness of what you were being questioned about.
Yes.
You would agree with that statement. Multiple times they tried to reach you and let you know how serious these charges were.
Yes.
And they asked you for details about who was involved, and they started showing you evidence.
Yeah, they did.
And in that moment, you chose to protect your boyfriend. Isn't that true?
I wouldn't say I protected him. I literally pointed him out, so that's not protecting him.
You never said that he was involved with a homicide, did you?
I didn't know if he's involved in it, so why would I tell them that?
You never said who or gave descriptions. If you truly believed he had nothing to do with this homicide, then why wouldn't you just share information and tell them and give them descriptions, even if you didn't know their name, what they look like, and where they came from?
I mean, again, I didn't know for sure, so I didn't answer that. And I'm not about to do that job for them, put my life on the line, to be in the middle of that, so I didn't answer it. I answered everything pertaining to me. Anything about them, I didn't answer.
You didn't seem like you were afraid in that interview. Were you afraid in the interview or not?
I was, but I handled myself well.
Okay. You weren't afraid of Isaiah Chance?
No, he's not even in there, so why would I be?
So, well, then I don't understand. Were you afraid to give up their names because you're afraid of them? You're afraid of Isaiah Chance and Davian Murphy and Rashad Murphy? Or are you protecting them in that interview?
I wouldn't say I'm doing any of that. I mean, you understand it's about a gang. I'm a female. I don't want to be in the middle of it, so I didn't answer it. And I don't know for sure if they did anything at the time of that, so I didn't say anything.
Then why are you up here testifying about how Isaiah Chance hit you?
Because, I mean, that leads up to why I act the way I act out of town.
You were afraid of him or not? Are you afraid of him? Does he beat you? And are you afraid to stand up to him?
Yes, at times.
And you said, I think you said in your direct examination, that people can't really understand because they don't know when you cannot leave. Is that what you said? Something to that
I
effect?
said people wouldn't understand a domestic violence relationship because you'll think, why don't you leave? Why don't you walk away? It's not that easy unless you're in it.
But that's not exactly true, is it?
It is true.
You say cannot leave. You did not live.
Y'all think she been reading some books and that's why she can answer the questions like this? I mean, considering when we talking about she a young lady up under her, and she not 8, you know, she, what, 17, 18? She been reading some books because CC want to know. She just asked him. CC, she about to answer you. She just answered your question. She answered your question. She said, well, why is she getting beat so much? You know, why does she keep going back to him? She answered your question now. And she gonna ask, you know, and that's what I don't understand. And y'all listen to her words very carefully. When the prosecutor is asking her about when she was in the room with the detectives and her response to that, and she was like, well, she was afraid of the detectives, but she handled herself well. And so the prosecutor was like, well, were you afraid of Chance? And she said, no, he's not in the room. But then she goes on to say, hey, I didn't know if they really had done anything, so I didn't say anything about anything at that point in time. But in that interrogation room, the detectives was showing her, hey, these are the people that came to the Airbnb. Who is this person that you at the McDonald's with? Asking her this stuff, and she was still playing plumb dumb. So is she protecting them or not protecting them? I'm just listening. When you listen to stuff over and over again, at least for me, different keywords or different words that I hear and when they're saying certain things, I'm like, oh, okay, there's a bill. Listen carefully to the words. And I don't know if the jury doesn't even have this luxury like we got, where we can keep going back and looking at testimony and reading the transcripts and things like that. So yeah, listen how her demeanor it is.
With him, did you?
No, I didn't.
You never lived with Isaiah Chance.
No, I didn't. But he knew where I stayed. He would pop up at my house, ring the doorbell all times of night. So I couldn't go nowhere. So
He never had financial control over you. He never paid your rent, did he?
I don't pay rent, so no.
You live with your parents.
Yes.
You live with 2 loving parents in a safe home. Isn't that true, Miss Andrews?
Yes, I do.
And you never mentioned to your mother or your father that Isaiah Chance was hitting you or abusing you ever, did you?
I did.
You never reported it to police?
No, she asked me, but I didn't want to cause any problems with him or his family, so I left it alone.
So you had choices, didn't you?
That was the very last time, so I told them.
Are you afraid of him and do things because you are fearful of him? Is that what you testified to on direct?
Yes.
So fearful of him that you have to do everything he says. Is that correct?
At times, yes.
And you are claiming to this jury that you're not in a relationship with him anymore. Is that true, ma'am?
I'm not. I said he may think that because I never broke up with him, but I'm not.
Think that he thinks that because you still talk to him even though he is locked in jail, right?
Yes, I do still talk to him, and that's because of my issue. I don't want to cause any safety issues in this jail. He sends me verbal messages and where I'm at, so, I mean, I just keep him at ease. There's nowhere for me to go.
What safety safety issues. He is locked up for first-degree murder charges and cannot get to you. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I mean, you do know it's where he's in a jail. You can send messages to people. People look at me sideways. Oh, that's your boyfriend? He said this. He told me to tell you this. Like, it's safety issues. Like, literally before I came to trial, a deputy told me one of my co-defendants were trying to have me jumped. So I just do what I have to do.
You are also safely in jail. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I wouldn't say safely. You can get in a fight at any time.
Okay. There are all kinds of deputies. Is that correct?
Yes, all of them don't do their job also. So.
And we're not talking about your safety from other people. We're specifically talking about your safety from Isaiah Chance, someone you claim to be so afraid of that you will go along and do anything for him, right?
I wouldn't do anything for him, but.
You wouldn't go along with a murder plot for him?
No, he never told me anything about a murder plot.
And you wouldn't try to call him multiple times incorrectly from the jail, right?
What do you mean incorrectly?
You're not allowed to phone another inmate, can you?
I don't call him like that, so what do you mean?
You're right, you don't call him like that. You have to break policy of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office and do some kind of three-way call involving Isaiah Chance's mother. Isn't that true?
Yeah, we do that.
You do it all the time, right?
Yes, when he asks for me, I do it.
As for you, you have to initiate your own phone call. He can't call you in the jail either, can he?
I said when he asked.
I mean, that's gotta be like crazy work. Like they are in two different jail cells. I don't know how he gets in contact. How does he even get in contact with her in the jail cell? Like, well, Chance got it like that. He running the jail cells. Like she like, I fear for my life in jail. Do y'all really believe this? Put a 1 in the chat if you actually believe that she fearing for that Chance is coming after her in jail. To the point that if he sent a kite, I think that's what they call him. I ain't never been in jail, so don't take my word for it. I don't know. We send a kite. I think they call it kites. So he sent a kite, talk about you better call me or I'm gonna have you beat up. Like, and if that's the case, then these people that's gonna be doing this stuff for him, like what they getting for it? I don't know, a pack of Newies. I'm confused. Do y'all really believe that she was having all that? Like he was really doing that? Like I am just trying to figure out, like, could they be doing this? I mean, so okay, so y'all think that she was still scared of him, and that's why she would call him, or she was calling him because she down for him? Because I be feeling like she down for him, baby. I think she down for the cause. Like I think she 10 toes down. I mean, because it's nothing. Because even when she he would ask me how the baby doing, and like she's sitting on here like she the smartest person in the room, and this is how she wanted to play that. Or am I missing it? Yeah, I believe he probably said he wanted to call. He wanted her to call him, and I believe she wanted to call him. I don't know if it was any threatening or anything going on. I don't get that sense. But you know, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what she's thinking, but it doesn't come across like that. It comes across to me like, you know, he want to know how the baby doing, and you know, blah blah blah. So I would, you know, reach out to him, and this is how I wanted to play it in order to keep myself safe and all of this stuff. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about a lot of that stuff. You say you think that Gaffrey's mom was relaying stuff? Yeah, I think that even what doesn't she say Isaiah Chance's mom? Because they can't talk to each other unless they are three-way calling. Like you asked me, it seemed like she was acting like she running stuff. See, that's what I don't understand. Like, is she an authority? Because she said, you know, she gonna mention when the lady's prosecutor is cross-examining her, she gonna mention like he want to talk about the case, but I would tell him he ain't got to talk to me about that. I already know the one too. You ain't got to talk about the case, so I would cut him off. Like that sounds like a boss chick to me. Because if I'm on the phone with my man that I'm protecting and he trying to talk about the case, like, baby, you ain't got to tell me that. I already know what's going down. Well, you know, we on these phones, you know, they listen to everything. I got you, boo. You ain't got to run me down every stop. I was with you. Y'all ain't hearing me, though. Y'all ain't hearing me. She sound like she the boss. Like, she the boss.
This is for me, I do it. If he tells me to call, I'm gonna call.
It's not just that he answers for you. You can't call him directly. Isn't that true, ma'am?
No, I can't.
You have to coordinate and you have to make arrangements with some third party who is not in jail so that you can talk to him. Isn't that true?
Yes, and like I said, it goes back to me keeping him happy. I don't want to cause any issues while I'm sitting here. If he gets mad, if I don't call him, it's no telling what he's going to say. I'm the odd one out of this. They can all turn around and say, oh, it was Alicia, and I'm not getting in the middle of that. So I keep him happy while I'm here. He wants me to call, if he wants to talk to me, let him know about the baby. He lets me know, I let him know I'm okay. That's what I do.
You call him 5 to 10 times a day in there.
Yes, when he says, call back, I call back.
And you also do messages. There's a kiosk system where you can kiosk with him. Isn't that correct?
Yes, he texts me and I text him.
And you have intimate conversations about your case, don't you?
Yes, when he asks, I let him know.
And he sends you messages, which could be called sexting, right?
Yeah, he do. I keep him happy, like I said.
And you're no longer in a relationship with him, correct?
No, he thinks that.
And you call him multiple times a day, every day for several months. Isn't that true?
Yes, like I said, I'm doing what I have to do. I'm not going to let him know. I'm not going to get on the phone and act like it's a change. I'm acting the same. I'm doing what I have to do.
Ma'am, you understand you're on trial for first-degree murder, right?
Yes, I do.
And it's for hanging out with him.
I do.
And you are still protecting him, right? To this day, you're protecting him.
I'm not protecting him.
You are still calling him and communicating with him, aren't you?
Yes, it's not protecting him, though.
So much so that you call his mother, right?
I do.
And you have been advised and you report to his mother that you don't care that your attorneys tell you not to talk to him. You're going to do it anyway, right?
Yes, because I feel like that's the best way to do it.
So you are so desperate to talk to him and have communication with him, you don't even care if it may be hurtful to your case.
I wouldn't say desperate, because when I did disappear and listened, he texted me from another person and said, why are you not listening to me? Why are you not responding? When are you going to get it through your big red forehead? And all these other things. So I started back talking to him.
So now again, you're talking to him because you're still afraid of him, right? Even though he is locked up for first-degree murder charges and cannot go near you.
I didn't say physically come to me. I'm talking about other people.
You take advice from him, don't you?
I listen to it.
He discusses the case with you many, many times. Isn't that true?
Yes, because he knows I don't know, so he tries to make sure I know everything.
In fact, he tells you to kind of stay strong because the state thinks you're the weaker link. Has he told you that before?
Yes, he told me that.
Have you responded to him on, let's see.
That's a good point right there, Kat. Why didn't she play the jail calls? I wonder why she didn't, and then she's saying that they got this text message and says, and I'm telling you, they are fancy in these jail cells. Like, they got texting. I didn't even know they can call each other back 10 times. Somebody got a lot of money on the books or something, like 10 times. Like they just doing back to back. They don't never say they don't be in their cell. She said, you call him 10 to 15 times a day. She said, yeah, because he told me to call him back, call him back, call him back. Like, dang. I'm in the free world and I ain't calling nobody no 10 to 15 times. Like, you don't have to miss me with that. Die 10 to 15 times. I don't know. Is the calls real short? I have no clue. But I wonder why she didn't play the jail calls. I wonder what's that about. Or even show us the text messages. And them sexting, she talked about they was sexting because she was trying to keep him happy. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all have this one because I don't know. Because I feel like, you know, depending on what day y'all catch me on, y'all know I am real. I'm the phoniest person in these courtroom systems. Some days I can rock out with Alicia Andrews and some of her stuff, but some days I'm just like, you cannot be this oblivious. You cannot be out here on in Neverland. Like I can't believe it. Because so either you're gonna tell me you're a very, very smart girl, because remember, she on the stand talking about how smart she is and how she playing him to the left and making sure he stay happy, and then you're gonna tell me she the same chick less than a year ago was packing up bags, going to the Airbnb, going to McDonald's, in cars with people that she didn't know, and she was stupid? Like, we can't, are we getting this both ways, or are y'all telling me in less than a year she got real smart in jail? Like up here, she like, this is how I play it. This is what I do. You know, I'm making them happy. Like, she sounded like the smartest person in the bunch. Like, this is what I got to do to keep him happy. And, you know, this is what I'm doing. I'm the smartest one in the bunch. But then y'all gonna tell me a year prior she didn't know nothing that was going on. She was oblivious. She was just out here. And I see, that's where she missed me at. Like, I don't understand that. I don't get that. And I'm not saying that you can't grow, because she like she didn't grew up, like she a grown ass mama now. So let her tell it on the stand, because she said, like, I grew up. I was much younger then. Well, I still think you way young. You're not even old enough to drink yet. Or is she old enough to drink? She might be old enough to drink. I don't know. She might be 21. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all fight over that one, because some days, like I said, some days I like her, and some days I'm like, I can't believe she was that stupid. She couldn't be that stupid. There's no way you going on a trip with me. We going to make up, and first of all, your brother, your little homie, didn't got in the car. Okay, I'm gonna deal with that because you don't want to drive your car up there. Maybe he got a boo thing and he about to meet up here. We're not going to drive 3 hours away, and then you're going to sit me in a hotel room and I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to ask no question. And even if I think if they was in, you know, a toxic relationship and booming each other or verbally being mean to each other, I still think that, hey, babe, like, even if I got to say it in my softest, prettiest voice or whatever, babe, we going out to dinner? We going to get something to eat? They done rode all the way up there, and you telling me she talk about Pizza Hut too high, and they end up at McDonald's? And we supposed to be reconciled? We supposed to be getting back together because 3 days before me and you done got into it? Like, I don't know. Y'all gonna have to figure that one out. Y'all gonna have to figure. Yeah, I can't figure this one out for y'all. I can't figure this one out. Like, this is just this. Let's see what else she got to say. I'll see. I caught her with her cutting eyes. Let's see.
What's the date? Recently is June 27th of 2025. Did you tell them half the witnesses are dead? You're listening to Jacksonville and they don't solve shit. I'm just lost because this is all pointless.
Said what?
Did you say to him Half of their witnesses are dead. You're listening to Jacksonville and they don't solve shit. I'm just lost because this is all pointless.
Yes, I told him, and that's my opinion. I don't understand why I'm here. It's really about them.
So you're still talking about what you're charged with him.
Yeah, he's aware, so I can say that.
And he tries to tell you what you should do in your case, right? And he tries to tell you what is the plan about the Airbnb. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yeah, and I don't control him, so he talks about what he wants to talk about.
Don't you say in response to him telling you all that, you don't got to say all that. Don't walk me through those stops. You said that, right?
Yeah, I stop him when he talks about the case because I already kind of know that. So he tries to let me know, and I already know.
It's not because you've already discussed what you two are going to say that you're on some kind of vacation to Tampa.
No, we haven't.
That's not what you're referring
talked
to?
about that. No. He's talking about the girl in the Airbnb.
On July 5th, 2025, you didn't tell his mother that you made the defense attorney's investigator so mad because you told him you're not going to leave until you want to, and that they can't tell you who you can talk to. We're specifically referring to him. Isn't that true?
I was referring to other people too, but him too.
Because you are not going to give him up. Isn't that true?
Like I said, I'm doing what I think I should do to keep him happy.
And that is calling him hundreds of times, multiple times a day.
Yes, you don't see the other messages when he asks us. He says, can you call? I need you to call. Are you okay? How are you? How's the baby?
So at some point, when I say you guys are off and on, there are times where he doesn't want to talk to you. Isn't that true, ma'am?
At times.
And there are times that he blocks you, right?
Yes.
And right before, let's talk about June 17th of 2024, right? This is
Yes.
within a couple of weeks of this happening, right?
I think a couple of days. Yeah.
June 17th, 2024, he blocked you. So you got to resort to a text now chat, right? That's not a normal means of texting on an iPhone, right? This is a special app.
Yeah, that's the app, but pertaining to him, I always text on text now when he blocks me.
So he's blocked you before, right?
Yes, whenever he's mad, he blocks me.
So sometimes he's ended communication and broken up with you, right?
Not broken up, he just goes off for a day or two.
And so can you read to the...
Listen at these words, like she correcting, not broken up. He just go off like she the boss in a relationship. This sound like a boss. She sound like she the bad. Like, you know, I was dealing with some guys that he didn't want me to deal with, you know, and things would get spicy because I just don't know. Like, she correcting this stuff. Are y'all, or am I understanding this wrong? Like, you know, it's been times that, you know, he didn't want to talk to you and he might have blocked you. Yeah, it's been times like that. It's been times that y'all have broken up. No, we ain't never broke up. He just go off for a day or two, but he know what it is. He know he gonna be right back. He know what it do over here. Like, I don't know. Yeah, that's how it come off to me. Maybe it don't come off that way to y'all. But that's the way it come off to me. He's like smacking the lips to ignore you. Thank you so much, Rory. Yeah. Thank you. She's like, Sean Gaffrey's mother is my cousin. Our defense team for my little nephew, Sean, already know Alicia is cooperating. You say free Sean. Oh, oh no. Wow. Well, I don't know what to tell you because she cooperated. I don't cooperate with what? Oh no. You say she not even concerned with the baby. Yeah, I said, I don't. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I do not understand like her whole demeanor. She very straightforward. Yeah, okay. So after hearing that, was she lying? What is she? I don't think she. I think she the boss. I think the only part that she lying about is she trying to play on like he was the boss and like he was running her. I think that she was running him, baby, in some ways. I don't think and so when I think about her running him, I don't think that she did not know what was going on when they traveled up to Tampa. I think as they was loading them bags I don't know about the big bags because those were loaded according to the camera footage prior to her getting there. But I think that she like she know more than what she's saying she know. Yeah, I just think that she know more than what she's saying she knows. So I think that's what bothers me about all of that. Oh, you say it's out of focus. She about to read the messages. It's about to come in, Frederick. Let me push play. Here it comes. Let me push play for you.
Jury, what it is you texted this person that you're afraid of.
I said, bitch, you a sicko. Why you blocking me over a call I didn't even initiate? Trying to act like you mad, and I make people comfortable.
So sometimes he's ended communication and broken up with you, right?
Not broken up. He just goes off for a day or two.
And so can you read to the jury what it is you texted this person that you're afraid of?
I said, bitch, you a sicko. Why you blocking me over a call I didn't even initiate? Trying to act like you mad, and I make people comfortable.
You need to speak. I'm sorry, Ms.
Yeah, the judge like, yeah, you need to speak up. Look at that text message she sent to him on June 17, 2024. A couple days before this. Like, she running this. That sound real gangster to me. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Y'all say they do this sometimes. I don't know. This seems real. I mean, like, I would be scared if I was that person and he's a abuser, and the next time we see each other, how that's gonna happen? Like putting caps where it need to be caps and stuff. Woo! And the judge is gonna say, Miss Andrews, you need to speak up. Say it with your chest, stick your chest out, keep your voice up, and put your mouth on the mic. All right.
Andrews, the court reporter's got to take down what you're saying. So you got to speak real slow, okay?
I said, bitch, you a sicko. Why you blocking me over a call I didn't even initiate? Trying to act like you mad, and I make people comfortable. I didn't do shit to make nobody feel comfortable. It was out the fucking blue. Why the fuck are you acting like it's my problem? You just wanted to have a reason to talk. I messed up when I was typing. To talk to ugly bitches you talk to. Everybody you come across and you touch, you fuck them up. You're not even mentally there and stable in the head for no relationship. Even when I didn't do shit to your ass or start a conversation, you still fucking mad. The fuck. And then I said, and you acting like I'm not pregnant. You gonna talk to me one day, so I don't give a fuck about your attitude. And I said, bye, bitch.
So this reconciliation that you're talking about, this is what he is trying to stop communication with you, right?
This is one of the things he do. So when you say stop communication, he just disappears for a day. He doesn't even really mean it. He's gonna pop up the next day and be like, what you doing?
So you weren't trying to make this jury think when you first testified that there was domestic violence in your relationship, and this reconciliation was you trying to get back with him and him trying to reconcile with you because of something he did, right?
Wait, can you repeat it?
Yes, I can. You're not trying to make this jury believe that he was the one trying to reconcile with you after he hit you or something, are you?
I don't know what you mean by that pertaining to the message. I'm just cursing him out.
No, I said when you guys get back together, I thought you told the defense attorney on your direct that this was some kind of reconciliation trip. You guys just trying to get back together, right?
It was. After I sent that, he did eventually ended up texting me, not on there, but he texted my phone and we're back cool. We always do that.
And why is his little brother coming on this reconciliation trip with you?
I mean, I don't know that. That's something you have to ask him. I didn't know he was even going.
But you know what you were going, right?
Yes, he invited me and I thought it was going to be us two.
And it wasn't, right?
Yeah.
And you get to an Airbnb and you're only there for a day.
Yes.
And you go nowhere except for 3 clubs. Is that correct?
Yeah, and McDonald's.
And again, not with him and Davian Murphy, right?
Yes.
So
I don't know. I do think that she was matter of fact in regards to the things that the lady, I don't think she owned up to it, right? It's just hard deciphering, is she really this abused, naive young lady? And when are we thinking that she's, I don't know. In some of her messages, she sound like a boss. She like, that's just something that he do. He gonna come running back the next day. Ain't nobody thinking about him to, he was beating me up. Like it seemed like it's really, it's like speaking out both ends to me. So basically, when Judge Cisco ruled on in regards to this DV information coming in, even from the people that witnessed it or she sent some information to, the judge is just saying that the jurors can't assume abuse equals that fear during a crime. So basically, pages 6 through, and I'll drop this stuff in the Discord link if anybody wants to read through every line. Y'all know I'm not about to read through all these lines. I can't. It just can't happen. It just can't happen. But let me pull back up our document. I think she showed us that she a boss. So the ruling stays in effect. So if Ms. Andrews decided to testify, which she did, and if the state cross-examines her, and it appears that the state is challenging whether or not these allegations of domestic violence occurred, then that would open the door potentially to the defense being able to call these witnesses to support the challenge or the credibility of Ms. Andrews' testimony that she was abused by Isaiah Chance. Okay. But at this point, it's inadmissible unless the door is open. And when it's open, that's when they were supposed to discuss whether those witnesses can testify. The conversation continues, and they're talking about the page numbers. The court went to great lengths to explain the court's ruling to the defense, again, including citing the case law after denying the defense judgment of acquittal. The court says, okay, I will deny the motion for the JOA. So with regards to, we've had multiple discussions about the victim's state of mind. I'm going to repeat that there is no defense of duress in the state of Florida for homicide. And that's stated explicitly in, I don't know, Carujo versus State. I don't know what that, I'm about to tear their whole name up. So, and I think we discussed this previously. They are, the third DCA reiterated there is no duress defense in an intentional homicide case or any homicide case whatsoever. So this is the court given, this is from the actual trial where she is explaining to Alicia Andrews' defense team why they cannot use this duress. But what Alicia Andrews' team is saying is that they were never trying to use, they never argued duress. That's not why they wanted to bring in. Instead, they were just trying to bring the DV in to give the jurors what her state of mind was, what her intent was. So it seemed like the judge was thinking they were arguing, trying to bring this in for duress and maybe using some duress legalese or legal language in regards to keeping the DV out. And the defense is basically saying, well, in their motion that we read over yesterday, well, That's not even what we arguing here. We wasn't trying to use duress. Why do y'all keep bringing up this duress? We didn't say that. Y'all are saying that. So that's what that part is about. So this is just saying, this is Jeremy, Mr. Clement. So for the record, the defense has never requested to use duress as a defense in this case because I am also aware of the case law. So he said that's not what he arguing. I've never asked for duress jury instruction. I do not intend to ask for duress jury instruction. What we asked for was to show the previous abuse, to show that Miss Andrews' state of mind in this case, which is relevant in the first degree redrum case. That is all we asking for. That's all we asked for from the beginning. That's basically what he's saying right here. And it just, they wouldn't get it in. So Miss Andrews, and what the state has done on redirect of Detective Ramos is ask him, show him a text messages of Alicia yelling or cursing at Isaiah Chance, her former boyfriend. I don't know why they say a former boyfriend, because it seemed like their boyfriend and girlfriend still. This is not the day of, this is the week before they asked that question. So in my view, they have opened the door to any of this stuff to come in. They made it relevant, her state of mind, whether she was afraid of Mr. Chance. So that is one issue to decide. So let's see here. So, and this is the court responding back, but if they can't make the connection, then why should they be able to testify to it? If they can't make the connection, why is it relevant? So this Judge Cisco responded to them. So then, are you going to stand in front of the jury and make their argument extra? She said, and make this argument. They said, even though they don't even have any evidence in the case that she was scared. I don't know. I don't think they have any evidence in the case that she was scared of him, besides the stuff that they saying. But Jeremy comes back and says no. And what you're describing is sort of a circumstantial evidence that the state is presenting for the entire trial and asking the jury to make inferences, okay, and extrapolate the evidence to come to the conclusion that Miss Andrews is guilty of these crimes. Okay. Extrapolate. Y'all tell me how, I don't know. I'm probably not saying that right. Whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Let's see here. The court, well, you have any case law to point to that. So he probably didn't. That allows a witness to testify. Okay, so this is just the court response. So this is all they doing back on these pages here, arguing back and forth in regards to this evidence coming in. That's the text message. We just listened to that part of it. Of her on the stand talking about that text message that she has sent to Isaiah Chance. And this kind of goes on. Now, defendant's second amended motion of judgment of acquittal, notwithstanding the verdict. Okay, so now we are on page 15 of this document. So this is the state's like kind of final attack in regards to this. So Florida Rule of Criminal Procedure, Rule 3.380, allows for the defendant to move for a judgment of acquittal if the jury returns a verdict of guilty, if the evidence is insufficient to warrant the conviction. The motion must fully set the grounds on which it is based and be made or renewed within 10 days after the reception of the verdict. Okay. They said a defendant did move for a judgment of acquittal, and they did do that. We went over that yesterday. And then they timely filed the defendant's renewed motion of judgment of acquittal within the time requirement. The defendant argues that Ms. Andrews never conspired with her co-defendants to unalive Mr. Jones, and that she did not even know two of them. In addition, the defendant argues that the only co-defendant that she had a relationship with was Isaiah Chance. When the defendant discovered that Chance was going to Tampa, she just wanted to go with her boo up there. She didn't know anything about any type of unalivened plot. The defendant claims that she believed that she was going to Tampa to spend time with her man, a vacation. The defendant also claims that she didn't provide any assistance to the co-defendants. That part, see, that's what makes me mad about her in this whole situation, because I can honestly believe that she didn't provide any assistance to her co-defendants. I think that that she could have been manipulated several times, into allowing Chance to use her phone. That's what they said right here, and I can believe that part. I can believe that he asked her for the phone, and due to their prior, phone issues or whatever case may be, she probably just handed the phone. My only problem is that you cannot think you're going on a vacation, and if y'all didn't argue or y'all didn't get in a fight or anything like that, it's not a vacation. Like, it doesn't turn into a vacation. What happened to the vacation then? What happened to us being together? So that would be my only problem with that portion of it. Defendant's motion for a new trial. So now they're addressing that part. And they say in the defendant's motion for a new trial, the defendant argues that the court erred on various pretrial and trial rulings, that the court erred in excluding the defense witnesses. The court erred in allowing the omission of years old text. Now, I don't know if them text messages should have came in. I don't think they should have, but that's the judge ruling, and I guess they'll figure out. And judges rule different ways. Like what Judge Cisco may allow to come in the case, another judge may not allow. That's the thing. Even though they're saying they're going by the law, but whatever, how that goes. So they're saying that the evidence was sufficient and a jury may have just shown mercy. So I think that's, they say that they had enough evidence to get her convicted on the highest charge, which was the first degree premeditated. And they feel like the state does feel like the jury just did, they show some leniency. They show her some mercy on that regard. So when we talk about the jury instructions, that's the next portion that they kind of touch base on. I think they talk about the jury instructions, the juror issues. The state says that the standard instructions were correct and the juror rulings were proper. So they're saying that everything was proper in regards to that. Finally, the state is just basically saying that she had a fair trial. There were lawful rulings, and that the motions that were denied should have been denied. So we do have where the defense had, once this was filed, the defense has until, let me see, I think it was the 10th. So they had 7 days from this date to actually respond. And they responded to this. So we are going to do their response. Y'all know tomorrow we do have court. Just so everybody know, we do have court tomorrow where they're going to rule. I believe they're going to rule on all of this. I think she's going to rule on this. These motions. I only say I think because of the fact that they tell me they're gonna rule. I think they're gonna rule on some motions, and then they don't rule on them. They just write the stuff up. So I'm hoping that we're gonna be in court and that they're gonna rule on this all together. So we'll do round 3 tomorrow before court starts. The final blow of this motion, what I want to call, it's not a rap battle. This is a motion battle between the state and the defense attorneys. And what I can tell you is that nobody should be unalived after this process. So that's why I can't say it's like a rap battle. It's like a rap battle, but nobody will be unalived. Maybe somebody might lose their job. But everybody should still be standing at the end of this process. Let's see. Let me see if I can. I probably won't be able to get all these comments in, but we should see. She, Lady Diva says, sure, she probably would have gotten all not guilty, but her attitude, yeah, I think she seemed like she come across like a boss to me. I did what I had to do. This is how I had to do it. He tell me to call, I call. I gotta keep him happy. The fuck, like, girl, bye. Billy, she just seems in her own reality, a calm, chill reality where she doesn't get involved with stuff around her. She should have got immunity if she was cooperating, right? I don't think she was cooperating. That's what I don't think. She lying about being abused. I can't call it. Look, I'm all in personal conversations. Sorry, guys. She been around for all the way. Oh, no way she doesn't know. Yeah, see, that's what I'm seeing, Pervise. Like some days I'm like, okay, I can see you not knowing, but the way she's so cocky and so confident and so full of herself on the stand, I just don't see it. What evidence do they have on her? Well, they have her on video surveillance leaving Jacksonville with 2 of the unalivers. They have her checking into the Airbnb. So, yeah, they got some stuff on her. Do got some stuff on her. Martina said, I respect that totally. I see something different in a different mask. I kind of self-serving entitlement. Yeah. Yeah, she very confident. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, she is confident. So that's what I'm saying. Rockstar, when we talk about her being confident, do you still think that this, even if she's testifying good, she doing all of this stuff on the stand good, with her confidence that you are just mentioning, you think that she was still the naive little puppy in the car that didn't know anything? See, that's my problem. Yeah, that's DC. I see a woman who's awfully confident no matter what she has done. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like she brought that milkshake. I tell you, I can see that. I mean, there's no possibility that she truly voluntarily kept herself out of an issue thing. And I just don't think she bid the plan. And this girl is a piece of work. She is. Sweet Pea, you know what happened. Michelle didn't do so good. Shoot. He said she flushed. Wow. Yeah, I just think that she it's kind of hard to go back and all this. You say why? I think that the reason why they would let her know, I think because it was her man. 360 says she knew it all. She knew exactly what was going on and what could happen. Would you? I think that she may know it all. I think that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know no more. No remorse. Yep. Yeah, and I hate that. Regardless of the fact of how they may feel, if she didn't have anything to do with it, like it's so embedded to them to hate each other so much that even if she didn't like him and he was on the other side of her man, she didn't have nothing to do with it. I just couldn't understand why she had no sympathy, no nothing. Even watch her interrogation video, she just sat there in her laughing. Why y'all calling him gutter? And why y'all calling him gutter? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I call him they. Like, girl, oh gosh, I just wanted to kick her in that interview. I don't care who, I don't care what nobody feel about. I wanted to kick her in the interview. That's what I would tell y'all. Who is good? Like, girl, but she didn't know anything. Like, girl, bye. That was my thought. So, like I said, I was not gonna keep y'all here all day, every day. It is Mother's Day, so I just wanted to make sure we got our round 2 down. I know we got to do round 3. Yes, yes, yes. We will do round 3 in the morning before we go into court. Because I know they say they're going to start on time, but they don't never start on time. And that is why the DP portion for the Fooligans, it doesn't start until the afternoon, because, of course, the prosecutors have to be in another courtroom with Judge Kimberly to take care of this mess with Alicia Andrews' case. So that's why that's going to be happening there. You say she should be scared for her family. You talk about Alicia Andrews? I don't know. I don't think she worried about none of that stuff. I don't know. I guess maybe she could be. Now that could be. Maybe that's why she keeping it like that. Maybe that's why she kind of like on the fence, because I can see if it's really truly, because a lot of people didn't want their face shown. So this is very active. This is real life for them. They have to go back to Jacksonville. They have to go back to these areas. So yeah, I can see that, because a lot of people didn't want their face on camera, in her trial or their trial. He's so funny. That's funny. 360. Yeah, she never cried like Shy. You got that right, Rockstar. Maybe she behind it all. Maybe she the boss of it all. Who knows? Yeah, this gang stuff, that gang like is definitely real special. If you haven't already, if you can hit the like button, it would be totally appreciated to hit that good old thumbs up button. It is nothing but for free. Yeah, I heard Jacksonville is very, very bad there. That's why wow. I heard. It's like that in different areas. It's just not really like brought to light. But I'm telling y'all better stop going on to Florida and playing games. Florida is out there giving out DPs like they giving out government cheese. I'm gonna keep telling y'all can keep going down there and messing around. Y'all better be doing this stuff in states that, especially if you want your life, because I think that some of these boys that are going on this that are going to be doing that we're going to be doing the DP phase for starting on Monday, I think some of them going to get it. That's what I could tell y'all. Welcome in new reels. Yeah, I think some of them going to get it. I think the only one that I think that may not get it, the only one I think that may not get it is probably gonna be Sean. And don't ask me why. No, I know it's not because he the light-skinned one. Well, maybe it is because he the light-skinned one. But the jury didn't see him cry. But he is the youngest of the group. Y'all know he not even 21. I think he only 20. I think, and not to say that the other ones are so much older than him, but I think Isaiah Chance groomed him into being a gangster. He didn't figure it out that he didn't like this gangster life. I'm gonna tell you, the play is him and Sean. They went to go try and unalive Foolio once before, which was a botch, right? So Isaiah then switched over to be a part of this other set. He then got, Rashad the Murphy boys involved, because they out here, they the hood, thing 1 and thing 2. They the hood of the hood. I mean, can you imagine? They got some beef, some smoke with some people, Robert Howard, because they think of what he might have done. Then they got this thing. So he like, me and Sean, me and my little homie that I groomed, I guess you can call it grooming. Like he groomed him. And I don't know, because some people be like, like this might have been his initiation into this gang life for Sean. So I think, when people were kept saying that Isaiah was the mastermind behind this, sometimes I think he was. I think he was. I think he was the mastermind behind that. Yeah, that's why I think Sean just so heartbroken, because he went down the wrong way. He went down the wrong way. Like, I wanted to be out here with y'all. I wanted to be that tough little homie, but I'm really not. I'm not about this life. And it's so messed up because trying to follow behind, because I really think he was following behind Isaiah. I really do. Like, you couldn't even convince me nothing else besides that he was following behind him. He wanted to make Big Homie proud, and I just need him to put on his big boy drawers, put on those boots or slides or whatever they get him in prison. And he gonna have to own this shit now, because he done really made a bad choice for himself. But he is the only person that I think that won't get the DP. They don't really have him on the gang board. He's like an associate, but yeah. And his family had the money, because I think he had, he wasn't living bad. I mean, Isaiah must not have been living bad either, because he had a BMW. So I don't know where they get all this money from, but yeah, they had it. Yeah, he wanted to be a gangster until he did not. Like, I'm telling y'all, he is the only person that if they did give him the DP, I think he gonna fall right out. I'm pretty sure they've been watching him since the verdict came down, because he was through. You could see, if you could have seen when he took that deep breath and his head went down, I seen his soul come out of him and stand behind him and was over him. Like his soul got knocked out of him. Not the wind, his whole soul. I was like, when we watched the verdict, I said, oh my gosh, if it was like boom, and it just came and just looked down at him like, this is what you got us into. Yeah, I don't know how you thought you was gonna get yourself out of this shit, but this is what you got yourself into. Whole soul left his chest. I was like, oh gosh. Everybody else was standing tall, like, I did that shit. Like, I did that shit. He should have I don't know why he didn't snitch. I don't know. Maybe they didn't offer them nothing. And maybe the state knew that they had it together. So they didn't offer them nothing, because I don't recall them ever giving any deals. Right, Perk Vibes? Baby, I was laughing like shit. All right. Yeah, right. That's why he told them. He told on himself. He was in the interrogation room, and the guy, Detective Ramos or whoever was questioning him was like, this you on the Ring camera? He put his head down like, called red, like he don't look like, in his arrest thing. He said he was like, he gonna make y'all work for it. He gonna make y'all do your job. That's why he was on the run for 6-7 months. Yeah, I didn't think they probably offered him anything. Maurice, you asked me, did I feel sorry for him? Let me say this. This is what I feel. I feel sorry that we got all these young kids that have destroyed their life from very bad, poor decisions. I wish, and it would be nice to. I feel bad that nobody had the mental capacity. Nobody thought that this was not a good idea. I feel bad that nobody had a brain. Like, I feel like nobody had a brain. I feel bad that everybody was a smart ass. Like, I feel bad that they didn't have whatever they needed to not put themselves in this position. I feel bad. Like, I feel terrible that they didn't have a role model. I feel bad that they thought that this was the answer. I feel bad about that way, in that way about it, if that makes sense. So when I see that, it hurts my heart. You know, it hurts my heart that a life is lost, that other lives were lost in this gang war over shit that they don't own, they never gonna own, that they can't afford, that, like, it just seems stupid to me. So seeing him sitting up there crying, yeah, I feel bad that he put himself in that position. Like, it's really, 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 yeah, Kent, we got both tomorrow. That's why their death penalty portion is not until the afternoon, because the prosecutors got to go over and handle Alicia Andrews. You said something they used to doing and getting away with, and that could be very well true. I believe that too, but I just really think that I just can't. I can't. And then, you know, it's so sad because they don't learn from this. Like, it's something repetitive. You got somebody right now, while we online, while they about to be sentenced, you got some young boys that's sitting up there in the room and they trying to figure out how to unalive somebody. And I just don't think that there's no way that we, unfortunately, as a society, like, we can even correct it. Because no matter what type of stuff you try to bring into the community, they just feel like that's just not enough, and they just want to go down these stupid roads. You get what I'm saying? Like, it is amazing to me how, even as young men, and I have to say it just like as young men, that all they can think about is other men. Like, they not thinking about going on a date. They not trying to go get no box. They not trying to be in the girls' place. They not trying to do any of that. They are going in clubs and they can have all these women around. And you know who they looking for? Foolio. Like, I don't understand it. And I done told y'all my thing about this. I don't get it. When you think about it, like, so now, because you couldn't stop thinking about another man in some type of way, now you just gonna be with men for the rest of your life, or you lose your life. It's one or two things. So there you go. Right, 360. Now, not all you gonna be is around men. Like, you couldn't figure out nothing else. You couldn't get on the just who does that? I guess they do. I mean, wake up. Like, he had his whole woman with him. Alicia, she was on the trip with him. He wasn't even trying to think about, winding and dining her or doing whatever they do, or that he got a baby on the way. All he could think about was Foolio. Damn, that's fucked up. That's messed up. Like, these men out here, that's messed up, in my opinion. Like, I want you to think about some other stuff. But that shit, that's weird to me. You say that's a lame trip. Like, yeah, we couldn't be together. Charlamagne said the craziest people in Florida. Yeah, you got that right. Uncle Charlotte is not. He telling the truth there. That's definitely a truth. Oh man, because I tell you, every time we think we don't have a case, Florida like, we got a case for you. Matter of fact, we got a whole bunch of cases. Like, we got so many cases down here. You ain't got to never worry about not having no content, because certain fact that we got all the cases. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing to me, but yeah. Hey, Prince. Hey, Zach. are you? It's about Florida all the time. Florida is always out here. They always out here in these streets. But yeah, so tomorrow we will start off our stream. We're doing our round 3. And then once the courtroom opens up, hey, Regina, how are you? Same to you, honey. Yeah, same to everybody. Any mothers out here, happy Mother's Day. I said it at the beginning of the stream, but, you know, I know we about to get ready to wind down. I appreciate y'all sharing some of y'all Mother's Day with me. Like I wanted to share some of mine with you guys. So we'll start off in the morning. What about those clowns that kill G Money, little Ronnie? When does that trial start? I don't know which one that is. Thank you so much, Zach. The only other one that I know that's coming up that's really high profile is I don't think it's the gang one. I think it's the Mo 3. The Mo 3 one. Like high profile, like far as like rapper, but I don't think that's even like I don't know if that's gang or not. I don't know. And then we got Lil Durk, but that's gonna be in federal court. So I gotta figure out how that one gonna work. Oh, nice. Yeah, so we'll start off our court with round 3. And the defense motion, boy, oh boy, they definitely came back a swinging. Yeah. I was like, oh, they got shots fired. Boom. Like they shooting them out the air. Like they come back and they come back tough from my understanding. So remember, he got killed along with his daughter at a car wash in Texas. No, I'm not sure about that one. That's also gang related, lady. Yeah, I didn't know if it was gang related or not. I just kind of touched on the surface of researching a lot of stuff with that, researching some stuff with it, but not really getting too far into it yet. But yeah, that day trial was supposed to start in February, but it got pushed back. And I'm thinking that they and the only other one is the YNW Melly one. That started in January, so we got a while for that. That's about 6 months. Yeah, so we'll start our day tomorrow. Hey, Joey. Thank you so much for the super chat. Joey said, hey, everyone, I've been lurking. Why is Florida so crazy? Please repeat mine some chat. I have no clue. Maybe it's the humidity. Like, I think all they should be doing in Florida is taking showers and trying to get away from alligators. But apparently they got time to be doing all types of other stuff. Oh, thank you so much, Frederick. Appreciate it. Yes. You say, never mind. She don't want to go out right now. Yeah, YNW Melly. Yeah, his thing will be in January. Did I call him Nelly? Because I could call him Nelly sometimes. I know it's Melly with the M, but you know I like Nelly. You know, the rapper that like to be in love with Ashanti. I like him. So I could say Nelly sometime. So definitely can. Yeah, so we'll get started early in the morning with round 3. Then we'll go into our courtrooms as follows. Tomorrow will probably be a pretty long day for us over here at Take It to Trial, because y'all know we are covering all the cases. We are in all the courtrooms, and we do have to get back in. We will be in trial day 8, I believe, with Josie. So y'all know we're gonna be covering Josie tomorrow evening. So we will have a long day tomorrow over here for anybody that's joining us. Shout out to all the mods, all the new chatters. all the new subs. Truly, truly, truly appreciate you all. You know, this doesn't work without the chat, and I definitely appreciate everybody coming up here and hanging with us. Enjoy your rest of your Sunday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, and put your outro song on, guys.
When Sweet Pea taps in, you know the courtroom lights go bright. Trials running long, but the family's here every night. Mars on patrol, chatter showing out. This little YouTube corner's what community's about. Therapist you know, steady holding down the floor. Behind the scenes magician, keeping peace like never before. A banner king, a rule keeper too. Every channel dreams of a mind like you. Jason walks in and the ladies lose control. Down to earth king with the warmest soul. Film freaks, kindness, man, it's always on display. Fair and sweet and cheering folks along the way. And Maria from SA keeps the laughter rolling free. Joking, shining, keeping spirits where they need to be. We're a family in the chat, side by side through every trial. Sweet Pea leads the way with that fire and that smile. We debate, we laugh, we lift each other higher. This courtroom crew is everything we admire. Yeah, no matter what the case or file, we're forever taken to trial. Take it to trial. Pretty brown girl, she'll tell you what's true. Sharp as a gavel, funniest in the room. Dr. Rachel pops in while she's busy running lines. Speaks her mind every time, cuts through like a knife. And Fowler brings the energy, jokes flying fast. Helping Sweet Pea backstage, making every stream last. And Zach's trolling, causing chaos just for fun. The resident cheater, but we love him, everyone. Here comes Maddie, handsome, quick with the line. A comedy sniper with the perfect timing. And Lynn with the updates, always loyal, always tuned. If true crime news drops, he brings it to the room. We're a family in the chat, side by side through every trial. Sweet Pea leads the way with that fire and that smile. We debate, we laugh, we lift each other higher. This courtroom crew is everything we admire. Yeah, no matter what the case or file, we're forever taken to trial. Take it to trial. Shamrock keeps us trending, replay queen. Holding down the algorithm like a machine. SD's razor sharp, loyal through and through. And yeah, she adores Jason, nothing new. Drunky the bear with the white cloth way, managing volunteers like she runs the whole land. Cynthia brings inside what takes sharp and steady. Donna keeps it real, 911 and always ready. Tilly Bird's the fat queen, receipts on tap. Easy's new, but she blends right into the pack. Tennessee, hard live, try support her with pride. Melly shows up a family for cooking for his dog. A steady carrying presence through the courtroom fog. And Brooklyn in the house, always bringing that spark. Lighting up the chat like a shout in the dark. Baca loves her gram, speaks truth when it's time. Micrograms with metaphors, straight up sublime. Barbara, biggest supporter, heart kind and vast. Looking for missing kids, hope to truly last. Only fan from Singapore, flag name but sweet. Still shows up with love every time he takes a seat. And even the part-timers keep this place alive. Curvio, Irish Amy, Capri Law, Hellcat, our tribe. Hearts wide open, stories shared, holding space because we care. From every corner of the world we climb to spend these nights together, one trial at a time. We're a family in the chat, side by side through every trial. Sweet Pea leads the way with that fire and that smile. Mods and chatters, yeah, this love is something rare. A courtroom crew with hearts beyond compare. No matter what the case or file, we're forever taken to trial. To Sweet Pea and the mods in the chat we adore. This isn't just a channel, it's a family.
Hey, also guys, I did put in our description box just before I let everybody go, or if you go, if you're on the replay crew, shout out to you. Thank you. Make sure you drop a thing. I did put in our description box the link for Florida Defense Team and Kat Nye Williams. Y'all know I so adore her. She's amazing. Y'all know how I feel about her already. I just wanted to let everybody know this on the replay clip. Is definitely in the description box. So all the links to everything that you may need. And go check out the Florida Defense Team because she has the videos on all these motions for all the, legal breakdown. Hopefully she'll pop in tomorrow or she'll be able to answer the questions for us like I told y'all earlier. So hopefully we get that in tomorrow, because I know we got some major questions like, can Alicia Andrews have any enhancements, or can she be tried again for first degree murder if she gets granted a new trial? And I don't think she can be, but I'm not an attorney, so I try to be Weston out of that mess, but I can get some answers for us. So that's what we'll be trying to do. Okay. All right, guys. Everybody enjoy their Mother's Day weekend. I truly, truly appreciate you all and have a great one. All right, guys. Peace.